Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Cuss over here at Custom Made Barbershop in Jacksonville. Today I want to make a video about a mid skin fade on a kid. Okay, so that's what we got in front of us here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and warn you ahead of time that this isn't the usual fade technique that I normally use. I'm actually using a different technique. Okay, so when I started this haircut, I faded the other side, so this is a half haircut, meaning the other side of this kid's head, the right side of his head, is already cut, and that's faded in really nice and neat. Okay, so this is the other half, which is the left side of his head, and this right here is the only side that's being recorded. Okay. All right, now I'm balding out the bottom using my T outliners. After that, I'm gonna be fading up with my Wahl Magic Clip. Now mind you, this is the second day I've been using these Wahl Magic Clips. I've never used them prior to today. Well, prior to yesterday. So today is my second time actually using this. So I might have used this trimmer, this clipper for maybe 15 haircuts so far. Okay? So now the first step I'm taking is a little unusual. Okay, so I'm getting the 1.5 guard and I'm removing all of the bulk right above that first line that I drew. Okay, now this bulk is being removed by the 1.5 guard open all the way. Okay, now when I get done with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that guard off, open my magic clip all the way, and create another line. Okay, now when I create that other line, what I'm going to do is go back down and close that Wahl Magic Clip and remove that first line that I created. Okay, so let me slow down because I'm getting a little ahead of myself, and those of you that don't understand fading yet will probably get lost. Okay, so I removed the block with the 1.5. Now I'm using my Wahl Magic Clip opened all the way, lever opened all the way, to create the second line here. Okay, now in order for me to dissolve that first line, I'm going to close my Wahl Magic Clips and remove that first line. Okay, now the magic clip is closed and I'm removing the first line. Very simple. Okay, now earlier I said that I'm going to use a non-traditional fading technique that I have not been using. So if you've been paying attention to my videos, that you know that I'm actually skipping a step with this next step. Okay, all right, so the next step, I'm going to use a 1 guard. Okay, opened all the way instead of using the half guard. Okay, so what I'll do is skip to a 1 guard, and then I'll open it all the way as I'm doing it right now, and go ahead and fade a little more than 1 inch. Okay, so now after I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that 1 guard all the way. That lever, I'm going to close it all the way and remove that bottom line. Okay, now those of you that understand the fading technique that I'm using now, you know that after I close the 1 guard and fade below what I'm doing now, I'll grab my half guard and go right in between where I had no guard and where I had the 1 guard. The good thing about these videos is that you can always rewind and take a look at what I'm doing. So if you got confused or you skipped the spot, you could always go back and rewind and take a look at what I'm doing or what I'm saying. Okay, so this right here is the 1 guard closed with the lever closed. So the next step will be the 0 guard or the half guard closed right in between no guard and 1 guard. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all time to take a look at this. Okay, now here comes the zero guard. Bam. Got the zero guard closed all the way. Now if you notice that what I did before, I'm actually going between where we started off with the one guard and where we left off at with no guard. Now you can see that fade come together a lot nicer. Okay. Did I just open up the one guard, the half guard? I sure did. So now I'm going up a notch. Okay, a little higher than where I was just fading before. Okay. Now, next step. Because I started with the 1.5, now I'm gonna go with the 2. Okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and remove a little more bulk right above where I left off at with the second step. Okay? So I got the 2 guard opened all the way. Now I closed it. I'm getting right there in between. And what I'm gonna do next is go back down with the 1.5 just to make the transition a little better. Okay, so I got the 1.5 guard on now. And now, just to make everything gel right, after I take off this 1.5 guard, I'm gonna go back down to a 1 just to do a little cleanup, detail work, make sure everything is transitioning right. Make sure everything is done properly. So this is a different fade technique than what I normally use. And I just wanted to explain to you guys what I'm doing because I know it could be a little confusing. But like I said before, if there's anything that you don't understand, you can just rewind the video and take a look and figure out what I'm doing differently and why I'm doing it. So I'm also still doing the same steps. It's just that I'm just doing them in different order. Okay? So with this particular video here, I do not have the tape up section, the line up, the edge up at the end of the video. But what I do have is a picture of the final product, the final job. And I'm gonna click to that in just a second. But I had recorded the edge up and the tape up portion of this haircut separately, and somehow that video or that footage got deleted. So I'm skipping from this right here, from the fade, all the way until the final job, okay? You guys got any questions? Go ahead and hit like, subscribe, comment, message me on Instagram. Those of you that have my email, send me an email. I appreciate the love and support, guys. Barber Illuminati. See you guys soon.